Plaintiff Greg Poe has been friends with the defendant for 34 years, and when they were younger, they used to do hallucinogenic drugs together. Greg claims now the defendant is falsely accusing him of sleeping with his girlfriend, and he's suing him today for unpaid rent. Defendant Paul Colombo says Greg is obsessed with strippers. And not only does he spend all of his money on strippers, but he has also been married to 2 strippers. Paul insists Greg has been trying to get with his girlfriend, and he denies owing him for anything.
Start with you.
I've been friends with Paul off and on for 34 years. We've had a lot of ups and downs in our 34 years. We get in alterations, and he would end up taking off on me for a couple years at a time. One time, like how petty he is, we were doing shrooms when we were younger. We ended up going to McDonald's. Well, there was a bunch of us. We couldn't order food because we were laughing so much. We ended up laughing so hard we left. Well, there was a cop outside. So we ended up, obviously couldn't drive, so we ended up going to Cornfield for the night. Well,
What do you mean going to the cornfield?
we were in the country, so McDonald's behind McDonald's, there's a cornfield behind it. So we went there to get away and just buy time off. Well, 4 or 5 hours later, we couldn't find Paul nowhere. So we ended up leaving. Well, like 2 hours later, he called me and was like, "You left me out there, seriously?" I was like, "Bro, we didn't even know you were out there, seriously. We honestly thought you were gone already." And so he ended up taking off for a couple years. So we didn't even talk again for like 2 years because of that. When things aren't Paulie's way, he'll take off and run and go back home to New York. And now he's accusing me, I think, of sleeping with his girlfriend and stuff. And now
Tell him that's the mushrooms got him hallucinating.
they got him hallucinating because he's crazy. I've always helped him out. We've raised kids together. I've helped with his child. He's had a rough life. I've been there for him nonstop, Your Honor. And now just after
Now when you ask for your money, he say, "You messing with my woman."
yeah, you slept with my woman. So, it's ridiculous.
Hear from you, sir?
Your Honor, I've known this guy since he was real young, Your Honor. He's helped me out in the past, but the guy's a real goon. He's always at the stripper club, spending all his money on strippers. He was married to 2 strippers. All his girlfriends are strippers. He only hangs with strippers, spends all his money on strippers.
So he needs stripper rehab.
Yes.
Crazy.
I mean, look at the guy. He thinks
Stripperaholic.
yes, Your Honor, he thinks he's Tony Soprano. Strippers on his mind all the time. And, Your Honor, he left me in a cornfield. We're on mushrooms. Left
what?
me in the cornfield. I mean, he said we're going to be here 15, 20 minutes. By 15, 20 minutes is up, I come out of my spot, they're gone.
You were hallucinating again, like you're hallucinating about this man messing with your woman.
It's not only that, Your Honor, he thought, another time we were at a party and we were on acid. And I guess I flipped the card table over there, playing cards. I flipped the table over. I don't have no recollection of that, Your Honor. But they snatched me up and put me in the bedroom, tried to handcuff me to the bed. And then they left me there. By the time I got free, Your Honor,
That ain't even the true
I
story.
came out, Your Honor. By the time I got free, let all the air out of my tires.
Now this is acid, another hallucination drug.
I admit we've done some, partying in the past. But the
You all
guy,
just can't do just regular crack? Just crack, crystal meth, or something? You all doing these psychedelics, they're more dangerous than the other stuff. The other stuff kill you long term. Y'all will jump out the window in the short term.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know someone that I came upon that had taken mushrooms and called me in the middle of the night saying, such and such won't come out the room. He says it's a German Shepherd out here that he's scared to come out the room. There ain't no German Shepherd. I just keep telling him to come on out here. I actually had to drive over and get him out the room. Wow. I had to tell him I got the German Shepherd. I took him out. Okay, I trust you. So I know what that junk does.
yeah, I admit he's helped me out in the past. But the guy's a real goon. He's always at the stripper club, spending all his money on strippers. He was married to 2 strippers. All his girlfriends are strippers. He only hangs with strippers, spends all his money on strippers.
So he needs stripper rehab.
Yes.
Crazy.
I mean, look at the guy. He thinks
Stripperaholic.
yes. He thinks he's Tony Soprano. Strippers on his mind all the time.
Plaintiff Greg Poe is suing his former friend, who claims Greg is so obsessed with strippers that he's even been married to 2 strippers.
Go ahead.
We were trying to have fun at the time, Your Honor, just got out of control. The guy, he's like like...
You were swinging a samurai sword. You weren't tipping a table. You were trying to take people's heads off.
I don't remember none of that, Your Honor.
Where did he get that from?
Well, that was mine, Your Honor. I have a bunch of samurai swords that I collect.
And do ass.
I don't touch them on it.
Combination.
That's not a good combination. That's right. And
You saw what he did.
Yeah, he did. And that's why he got handcuffed to the bed. Because he was out there swinging the samurai sword in the driveway. I had left to the store. I told him the deal was watch the house and don't let nobody in. We were having a big old party. We were going to get the keg. He took the acid before we even got back. So he took 2 hits of acid. He was only supposed to take 1 hit of acid. He took 2 hits of acid. So he's out there swinging and he was going to hurt
y'all walk in,
Yes. He wasn't letting nobody in my house, though. But no. So we ended up handcuffing him. And then like that incident, he blamed me for it, for him taking the acid. You took it. We weren't there to put it down. So we didn't talk another 3-4 years for that. He moved back to New York.
He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait on y'all to come back.
He had to wait.
He's an acid fiend and you a stripper fiend.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You can't help yourself and he can't help himself.
I was trying to have a little fun.
I'm glad you all made it out without jumping out the window off the mushrooms or acid.
Yes.
Now, tell me about this hitting on his woman, allegedly, that you suspect.
Your Honor, I don't know how he don't have my number. I don't have his, but he's got my girl's number. I went to New York for 3 weeks.
You all have each other's number.
No, it's changed.
Since when you all don't have each other's number?
Since about 3 years, Your Honor.
Why?
The guy's a piece of dirt. I mean, the guy, he's always at the stripper club.
Me.
He always...
carry
What does that have to do with you?
Yeah, I carry your weight.
You passing judgment on this man based on him being a stripper addict. You should have been helping him.
He tried...
You should want to started SA.
Your Honor,
Why didn't you start Stripper Anonymous, SA?
That's what he needs, Your Honor.
I know.
That's what he needs,
And if he needs one and you knew it, you should have created one. You'd have been the founder. You'd have been famous. What's your full name? Paul Colombo, founder of Stripper Anonymous. You want to live forever? You want to be legendary and help your man at the same time? All right, so go ahead. So you're saying he had your woman's number. What went from there? What went on?
Your Honor, that's the only reason why he ever tried to help me in the past. My friends had pictures of my girlfriend in the car riding with him. This guy is a pervert. The only thing on his mind is strippers and females.
What else? One more.
Your Honor, he acts like he's going to help you out, but then he wants something for it.
Yeah, he wants $5,000 for it. Yeah. So let's talk about this $5,000.
Your Honor, in March of 2020, me and Paul came and he asked me, he knew I had this apartment. I was like, bro, I have to have you in there for a year, but I have to have my rent. I have to have it every month. I said, I'm paying this mortgage. And then he said, no, bro, I got it. I got you covered. Fine and dandy. We signed our lease. On March 1st, he moved in. Well, that was the last bit of money I got. I got 1 month's rent.
I tried to contact you.
Seriously? Wait, yeah, you would contact me at 1 in the morning. You know I get up at 5 a.m. to go to work. Why would you call and return my call at 1 in the morning?
You're probably at the stripper club, you know?
Oh, yeah, 1 in the morning when I got work at 5 a.m.
I tried to contact this man.
You know he sleeps, so you can be like, I called you, trying to give you your money.
Yes.
You didn't answer.
I'd call him umpteen
Several
times
times
during the day. I'm a morning shift.
You just don't have time to call during regular hours.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So then for the next month, I went there. He says, bro, I lost my job. I said, okay. Well, I said, I understand that. I'll give you a month to find, but obviously you couldn't get a job. I said, come get a job with me. I can get you a job. Right now, it's chump change. It's only $12.50 an hour, but it's still guaranteed money and you get a paycheck on Friday. And I said, that'll help pay your bills. You don't have nothing.
Single man?
Yeah, single.
All right.
Well, his girlfriend, he's got his girlfriend, but she doesn't live with him.
But a single man can survive off $12.50.
Yeah, and is it going to be rough?
But he can do that.
Your Honor, he's offered that. He's never ever gave me a description of how to apply to the job. He said I could set you up with this job.
Are you kidding
he never
me?
gave
All you had to do is walk in.
actual address, phone
What
number.
did he need to do? Carry you?
Yeah.
Put you on his back? What? So he didn't take the job.
No. So I gave him a month, to see if he was going to take the job. I kept going over there. Well, after that, he stopped answering my calls. So then I would call him multiple times in a day, 10, 15 times. When does he call me? Anytime after midnight, knowing that I'm getting up at 5 a.m. I'm in bed at 9.
That's what I said.
I figured he's at the stripper club.
I figured
Are
that
you
out.
kidding? You know better than that. I'm responsible. I have rent and
Oh,
mortgage
right.
to pay.
He's always
You
at
didn't
the
go to the
stripper
strip
club.
club on,
No.
on work nights, I don't think. I hope.
I might go to the strip club, but I pay my
You're
mortgage.
at
You
live
do
at
go to
the
the strip club on work days and work
No,
nights?
not on work days. But during the day sometimes. Sometimes I do. Don't get me wrong.
This day.
Your Honor,
Yeah,
if
it
I
is
walked
a
in the strip club,
weekday.
he's always there, Your Honor. It's the
Yeah,
same
he's
club.
always
He's
there.
always there.
He's a fiend. He's stripper fiend.
Yes.
Plaintiff Greg Poe is suing his former friend, who claims Greg is so obsessed with strippers that he's even been married to 2 strippers.
What he's saying is you abandoned the lease. You weren't just delinquent. You didn't just miss a month. You abandoned the whole lease, and you should pay then for the remainder of the lease. So what do you say to that?
I feel like I shouldn't have to pay because he's only helped me out. Like he said, he tried to help me out. He's only helped me out, Your Honor, to get to my girlfriend. That was it. So I feel like
Did you bring a lease? Let's see if the lease says that he doesn't. He did. If he feels he doesn't have to pay, that he doesn't. You have a lease with you today?
Yes. Yes, sir, Your
residence
Honor.
Lease. All right, I'm going to read through it. I'm going to see if I see something that says if he doesn't feel he should pay, he doesn't have to pay. Is something in there that says that? Because you said that's why you don't feel you have to pay.
Yeah, because he's trying to get my girlfriend from me, Your Honor. Any way he
Okay,
can.
so I'll look for that
full
too.
excuse.
That's the only way he
Your
helped me.
friend.
Really, right now?
Hold on, sir. Can I look at the man's legal defense? If a man has a defense, you gotta listen to it. Sir, it's right here.
No.
Clause under terms. Clause 8, clause 9. If you ever hit on my girlfriend, I do not have to pay you ever again.
Thank you.
If
Your Honor.
at any time I determine I just don't feel like paying, I don't have to pay ever again. Did you read that section?
No.
Me either, because it's not there. $5,000 is your judgment. Pay the
Man, you brought me here to
money.
humiliate me.
I can't even
Bring me here to
What are you
humiliate me
thinking?
about the acid
I've been
mushrooms
picking up
right
after
on
you all
live
these years.
TV.
Look at you.
That's what you
Don't
bring
be
me here
calling me in
for?
3 years
No.
and think we're friends again.
You're always
No.
at the stripper club. Why would you?
So what?
care? Go
I
back.
can afford
Why
the
don't
strippers.
you buy a
I
stripper
pay
club?
rent.
That way you could live there.
What do you do?
You're always there.
You mooch off me, screw me, and tell me I'm the blame.
mooch off you.
No.
You're trying to get
No.
mooch off my girlfriend.
No. What are you, her pimp? So you're going to charge me 9 months rent?
Hey, if that's how it's got to be, it's how it's got to be.